Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alana and today we're going to be talking about, first of all, Happy New Year, Happy 2024. In this video, we're going to be talking about why you must not make New Year's resolutions. Okay, New Year's resolutions are a no-no because they are not going to propel you forward. They are not going to help you. You're going to fail them around 4 to 6 weeks in and you're going to feel like a failure and you're going to close the year out having never even revisited those things you wanted to do. And then this time next year, you're going to do it all over again. And we want to break that cycle because it is not productive. So what do we do instead? The new year's upon us, 2024. It is a big, powerful year. It is coming in strong. We've got 2024 being the number 8, which is abundance. We've got 2024 being the strength card in the tarot. And we've got 2024 being the year of the dragon in the Chinese zodiac. So let's not mess around because, 2023 was like choppy waters and 2024 is like the green light. It's go time. So what do we do if we're not using New Year's resolutions? Which I can't even say that word one more time because I just cannot even hear it. They are made to be broken and not in a good way. So what do we do instead? We decide who we want to be and what we want to achieve and who that person is. So let's break that down. This time next year, we're going to work backwards. What would you like to have achieved? And who is that person that's achieved it? So let's say you want to be someone that wakes up at 5 in the morning and goes to the gym every morning and smashes all their goals at work and has a side hustle and has a thriving social life and has time left over for their family and focuses on building wealth and all the things, right? Now, please don't make 10 million things your priority because it's never going to happen. You cannot spread yourself too thin. However, you can have multiple goals, ambitions, drives. But what we must do is become the person who's achieved those things. A resolution is a decision, and we can't trust decisions because decisions require discipline and willpower and all the things that you will inevitably break as a human being and then feel like a failure for because you haven't been able to follow them through. So instead, we understand, what do I want to have achieved? And I become the person who has achieved those things now. And I embody that person now. And I embody all the things that that person is, thinks, feels, and most importantly, believes. So if I'm someone that's achieved all the things that I want to achieve this year, who is that person? How does she think? How does she wake up in the morning? How does she behave? How does she respond to a message when it comes through on the phone? How does she go about her day? How does she dress? How does she speak? How does she perceive herself? What does she believe about herself and about the world around her? And here is the most important part. What does she believe and what does she value? You see, 2024 is actually the most powerful thing you can do in 2024 is decide what you believe. And I say the word decide, and I mean literally grab a pen and paper and write down my values for 2024. And once you've decided what your values are, you can align to them. And it takes the decision-making process, the willpower, the discipline, the thinking, all of that stuff that is inevitably going to break because it takes so much energy from you. It's very energy dense. Whereas when you can rewire new beliefs and values, you can simply align to them. For example, let's say you want to quit drinking in 2024. Instead of saying, my New Year's resolution is to stop drinking. And then everyone's like, yeah, let's see how long that lasts. And you go out and everyone's drinking and you need discipline and you need to be thinking about it and you need to be looking at all the drinks. And eventually, yeah, it's going to work the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. But let's fast forward a little while. That strength that is required of you is going to break. But what can you do instead? Decide why, as a value, you don't want alcohol in your life. For example, would you like to go to bed early and wake up early every single day? That's not conducive if you're drinking. So you want to be someone who goes to bed and wakes up early and wakes up fresh and wakes up excited. That is a value. You want to embody the energy so that you can give to all the things that you want to give to in your life. Why? For your partner, for your kids, for your business, for your work, for all the clients that you serve, for, I don't know, maybe you volunteer and give to charity. Maybe there's 1,000 people in your network that are waiting for you to hear what you have to say. Maybe you inspire people. Really understand that that's a value. I am someone who gives to people from the deep well of energy that I hold because I wake up early and therefore I have all this energy to give. And if we backtrack, and I want you to stop and think and reflect on how does that feel? Being someone who has so much energy to give all the people in your life and pour back into yourself. How does that feel? And when you can understand and feel and see almost that feeling, then it becomes so obvious that that's what you've got to do. And it becomes less about, oh, I don't want to drink because I just don't want to. And I'm not going to. And it's going to be really hard because everyone around me is going to be drinking and la, 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 la. Instead, it's like, well, no, I am going to embody this new identity of this person who goes to bed early and wakes up early and has so much energy to give to everyone and everything in their life. That person's not a drinker. That person's focused on their purpose and all the things they have to do and why they have to do them. It becomes easy and obvious when you can align to that girl, that guy in the future, why they're doing the things they're doing. Why? Why is it important to you? Let's say you want to start working out 5 times a week. Again, so that you have more energy in the tank to give to all the things and people and projects and yourself and to glow and to feel good. That person doesn't drink. That person works out. And that person goes to bed early and that person wakes up early. And oh, guess what? That person doesn't eat junk or processed food. Why? Because it's just going to slow them down on their mission. So the value becomes, I am a person so aligned deeply to my mission that is the value that rules my day. And when your day is ruled by values, rather than, resolution, I'm going to try and work out and I'm going to try and not drink and I'm going to try and eat healthy. Forget trying. Trying is setting up to fail. A resolution is setting up to fail. So we want to get crystal clear. Who do I want to become? Who is that person that goes to bed early, wakes up early? Oh, maybe she also meditates. And maybe she writes a gratitude journal and then also makes healthy food and works out and has energy to give to all the people and things and projects in their life. Let's think of some other examples. Let's say you want to take on something new. You don't know what it is yet. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe you want to learn guitar or learn a new language. That might seem like it requires discipline and thinking and all the things, but what's the value there? What's the value there? The value is that you want to be a well-rounded human being, that when you walk into a room, you have all this cool stuff going on in your life and it makes you more magnetic. and it makes you more interesting. And it also probably will make you more confident because you're spending your free time learning something that's going to enhance your well-being and your life. And therefore, it's going to also spring off into everything else, like the previous example we just went through. Everything has a ripple effect. So instead of being like, okay, oh, my New Year's resolution is to learn Spanish and I'm going to try really hard to, spend 20 minutes every single day learning Spanish. Instead of thinking of it as a resolution, like a random decision that you made that's probably going to fizzle out, instead understanding why it's important to you, what's the value there, and how it will feel when you've made this routine. When you've made this your routine. Because what? The person who's achieved all that stuff in a year from now has made it a routine. It's natural. Like, for example, this is a herbal tea. I drink herbal tea, like 10 of them a day, right? It's also because I quit caffeine and I'm a herbal tea drinker. That's the identity that I'm embodying. My value is that I care about hydration. I don't care for caffeine because it's just an energy thief. It's not my natural energy. I want to just be riding on my natural energy. So I don't have to think about making herbal tea. I just do it all day and I will keep doing it all day. And by this time next year, I will have been the most loyal, persistent, consistent herbal tea drinker because that's a value. Hydration, health, and relying only on my natural energy is the value, and the identity is someone who just imbues health. Like, I'm just so hydrated all the time that the value is health. And if you're struggling to know why you should care about the value because it's a choice, all values are choices, think about the big picture. Don't think about the next 3 months or even the next year. Think about the big picture. For me, my health is number one important priority right now because the healthier I am, when I one day have children, the healthier they will be because I can change my DNA and I can change my genetics and I pass that on. And then my future children will pass that on and on and on and on and on. So when you zoom out, it becomes quite powerful. Oh, well, then it's really obvious. I'm obviously going to drink this green smoothie instead of eating, I don't know, a crumpet with Nutella on it. For those of you Brits who know what that is. But when it's a value, it becomes really easy because it's embodied in me. It's encoded in me as to why I'm doing it. I'm embodying the identity of someone who does it when I do it every day. So just to make that really clear, that's two separate things. Number one, I understand why I'm doing it. The value is a part of me. Health as a value is a part of me. So I go and I make herbal tea as it's like a muscle memory at this point, right? And on the other hand, the more I do it and the more it becomes muscle memory, the more I identify as the healthy person who wouldn't drink caffeine or alcohol or eat processed food. Because that's like asking if I can breathe underwater. I can't do that. I can breathe on land, but not underwater because that's just not part of my identity, right? Eating junk food to me will be like breathing underwater. I can't do it. That's not something that I can do because that's not my identity. So values, beliefs, identities, routines. Following every day, repeating every day, but not from discipline that wanes over time, from becoming that person now. So let's say I do all these things. Who am I in a year's time? Journal about it. Pick up a pen and paper and write about it. Who is she? Who is she? She is an updated and up-leveled person, but you can embody the energy of her now by sitting with it and almost like imagine you're hanging out with her. Who is she? Just soak it in, absorb it in. Let that version be your mentor and role model And as if she's setting the rules. It's not even up to me at this point. She's someone who wouldn't do X, Y, Z and would only do A, B, C. So therefore, I'm only going to do those things. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to work really hard to schedule it in. If she's doing it, I'm doing it. I'm becoming her. I want to be her. But we have to spend some time reflecting on who we want that to be. Make a vision board. Decide what your values are. Write down the characteristics of the identity of this person a year from now. And decide that you get to become it right fucking now. So I hope that was useful. Don't do resolutions. They don't work. Scrap the word from your vocabulary. I'm wishing all of you the most beautiful 2024. It is going to be a big one. We're going to be going off with things. We're going to be getting more consistent and more disciplined just naturally by understanding who we want to become and why and what our values are and what matters to us, and everything else gets to fall by the wayside. That's the beauty of values. If your value is that you're going to prioritize yourself and then other people come along and they're like, hey, I want to do this with you and I want to do that with you, and you don't want to do that because you want to prioritize yourself, you don't even have to think about it because your value is wired in. So write them down, make a vision board of who this person's going to look like, what their day is going to look like. When are they going to wake up in the morning? How much money they're going to have in their bank account? What things are important to them? Are they surrounded by friends? Are they next to their partner? Are they going to have kids? Are they going to buy a house? Are they going to buy a car? What do these things look like? Get detailed, get specific, and just let the mind do its thing. The mind is really bad at some things and really good at other things. And we rely so much on the mind to do things that it's not here for, i.e. make decisions. And we forget the mind's power in getting us from A to B. So when you look at a picture on the wall with a number in a bank account, and you look at it every single day, your mind's understands that its job is to do it. Because it doesn't know the difference between the visual and the reality. So use your mind for what it's meant for. And let's get going. Know who you want to become. Choose to become it now. Decide that you get to become it now. Write down all the characteristics. Write down the values. Write down the beliefs. And just give yourself compassion along the way, of course. Because this is all a process. But let's start the year right. Let's start the year doing what's aligned with what you want to do. So I'm wishing you the most beautiful start to your year, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye.